Here's a question for you. How does a Bible story about the Pharisees and the scribes connect with coronavirus? This is Ashwagandha. And today, I just wanted to teach you something that I think is kind of unique. But these are my thoughts. And the whole purpose of my channel is to help people, I guess, to create a perspective about life, to live a life of bliss, to live a life of joy and peace and sound. And today I just wanted to share my thoughts about how I think these two subjects can connect. So obviously everybody knows right now that we're in a pandemic. I don't know how to say the word. But right now we're in a crisis as a world, as a nation, as individuals. And a lot of people have taken to panicking and to basically losing it. Imagine we don't have toilet papers in the shops and all the shelves are empty. But I just wanted to ask you something. Do you know how many people are in the world right now? So the record on Google says there's 7.5 billion people in the world, and 1% of 7.5 billion is 75 million people. Okay, here's another number I wanted you to consider. Did you know that the cases of confirmed coronaviruses are less than 200,000? And also, did you know that the confirmed death rate from coronavirus is less than 20,000 people? In comparison to the masses in the world, that's not even 1%. But weirdly enough, did you know that there's other diseases that causes people to die far more than coronavirus each day? So for example, 8 million people died from heart disease. About 6 million people died from stroke last year. And a further 2 million from things like AIDS. Another 2 million from things like TB. And many, many other causes of death. Far more than coronavirus. So why has it become such a mess, I guess? I think it has become such a mess because of the perspective that has been handed to us by the media, by Facebook, by our friends, our neighbors around. They have given a perspective that has allowed us to be self-destructive in a way that has caused us to fear, to panic, and to be extremely worried. Okay? Remember the word perspective. But how does this coronavirus and the scribes and the Pharisees come into play? The scribes and the Pharisees are Jews that lived in Jerusalem and in the days of Jesus Christ. These were considered to be highly religious people that followed the teachings of God, that followed the teachings of Jesus, should I say, and they were anticipating daily for his return. But strangely enough, when he was in front of them, they completely missed him. They did not even recognize him, to the point that they had to crucify him. One of the most horrible deaths there is. I thought, how is it possible? How could they miss this Jehovah that they've been waiting for such a long time? And my answer to this links very well with this coronavirus. They completely missed, the scribes and the Pharisees, they missed Jesus Christ because of the perception that they had received. Imagine they had spent all their life learning about this magical, mystical, powerful, all-knowing Son of God who's supposedly meant to come to save the world. to take them away from their sin and redeem them, to help them to be able to live with God again. And I mean, even when you think about it, the experience that comes into my mind is I can see probably the heavens opening, and this magnificent, powerful, all-knowing being called Messiah comes down and redeems and helps and teaches his people. But no, it wasn't like that for them. It was rather a son that was born from a woman, though miraculous birth, but was born from a woman, grew up as a normal child would, and was taught and felt pain, hunger, thirst, and all the other elements that we face right now in our lives. Because he was a human, the perception was now distorted to what they expected him to be. And because of that, they were not able to see clearly that the Messiah was in front of them. That's the same thing with this corona thing. Yes, we're in a crisis. Yes, some people are suffering for real, and some people are definitely losing their lives. But we should not miss the point for what it truly is, that it's only a period of time. It's a season that we all are going to get through. This is not the end of the world. The perception is we're in a crisis, but we don't have to take it with fear, panic. But like any other problems, this will get over. And that is a key. And I wanted to share that because within me, I'm grateful to have a peace of mind. I'm grateful to be calm and to be relaxed. I'm grateful that even if I have to go into quarantine, there's a time to reflect and to connect with self again. And like you, I'm just inviting you, pandemic or not, this is only a season. And like many seasons, they all come to an end. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you sign up.